It says, Roxanne, I have a question or just comment about the Venus Project and the Zeitgeist movement cooperation. Why none ask activists, I guess that's why no one asks activists what they think about it. I would propose a survey related to the cooperation of the Venus Project and the Zeitgeist movement organization, not for re-cooperation, but the precise insight into what activists think about it. If they invest their time in activism, they need to be considered. We really don't have a platform in the Zeitgeist movement to say much right now, nor did we have much before this. But if people within the Zeitgeist movement want to continue promoting the Venus Project, they can do that. We appreciate that, but don't mix up the material. For instance, if you have a brochure and you show our drawings and you take the information, the text from our website or whatever, then credit the Venus Project at the end. Put the Venus Project website there. Mention the source, but don't sign it the Zeitgeist movement. For now, just keep all of that separate. If you have posters that have our pictures, then sign it the Venus Project, but not the Zeitgeist movement. So this is a way that we're telling people who want to continue advocating the Venus Project within the activism of the Zeitgeist movement that we're all for it, but just keep them separate as they're separate organizations. The Zeitgeist movement is not the activist arm of the Venus Project now. So if you have any other ideas or suggestions or want to talk about it, we are open for it.
Let me say something about that. First of all, the Zeitgeist movement did point out the shortcomings of our culture. They did point out the crimes by bank and Federal Reserve System. They did point out the confessions of economic hitman, which was very useful. But the Zeitgeist movement never in its proposals laid out a system to take care of those problems. This is what I meant when I said we have nothing in common. We only have in common that this system today is very offensive. But if you don't come up with an alternative approach, you leave people in midair. It's the Venus Project that comes up with the educational system, the design of transportation, the design of cities, to use resources intelligently. All of the designs that have been proposed that may work very well for all people all over the world have not come up from the Zeitgeist movement. That's all I'm talking about. The Zeitgeist movement is a very definite stage in the development of people. They should learn what the shortcomings are of the free enterprise system and where it doesn't work. Where the Venus Project comes up with is what to do about it. Don't take my word for it. In other words, ask people of the Zeitgeist movement, how do you prevent crime? What do you do about people that don't want to go along with the system? How do you design cities that work, and how do you know they'll work? What's the basis for your decision making? Just try asking them that, and you'll find out that they have no answers.